What's up, welcome back to the channel. This is Free City TV and we are here to update you on another entertainment news. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below. DJ Slim interviewed Stonebwoy about Ghanaian artists and how much their catalog or music catalog is worth. And Stonebwoy ended up throwing a lot of dust into the eyes of Ghanaians. Without wasting much of your time, let's watch what he said.
This is all coming from other low IQ people, you know. Now it's very important to state. Yeah. Because we do not have to shy away from naming. Because even as a Bible believer, Jesus Christ named. Yeah. He said, ye fools. You see, that's why I tell you that if they don't make it a foolish situation so that they can relate as foolish people, it can't work. Because no wise person could think to say or propagate that in the first place. Whether for views or whether for whatever, a wise person will do that. I do not believe that any catalog here in Ghana right now currently is going to earn some amounts that you're hearing around.
Catalog be any Ghana a bit to do $3.54 million.
Okay, we all heard what Stonebwoy said. Now we did our findings, and this is what we heard about Shatta Wale's catalog and how much it is worth. Before we go and check or calculate how much Shatta Wale's music catalog is worth, let me tell you some of the factors that companies look out for before they purchase an artist's catalog or music catalog. 1 is streaming numbers. 2 is master recordings and publishing. 3 is hit density. They check if the artist has produced a lot of hit songs or not. 4 is longevity and consistency. They check if the artist has been in the music scene for long or not and how consistent they are. Our 5th point is what? Cultural impact and brand. They check the artist's brand, if it is a floating brand or it had a solid listiness or it has a solid listiness. Our last point, which is market multiples. They check how much your music earns in a month through other streaming platforms such as YouTube, Audiomack, Boomplay, Apple Music, etc. So now let's go in and calculate Shatta Wale's catalog. So the estimating value or the calculated range of Shatta Wale's catalog, and this is what we had. So this is the estimated value or the calculated range into Shatta Wale's catalog and how much it is worth. So I read and I read and I read. While we don't have his exact financials, we can use public data to build a model. Point 1, YouTube. He has over 2 million subscribers and billions of views. His top 10 videos alone has over 500 million views. YouTube pays roughly $1,500 to $3,000 per million views for music in this genre and region. This rate varies widely. Point 2, audio streaming. He has millions of monthly listeners across platforms. A hit song can generate 10 to 20 million streams. Other revenue. This include digital download, signal licensing, etc. So example, taking over. in FIFA game. So Shatta Wale is taking over, which was featured in FIFA's game, radio airplay and performance royalties. 10.5 million US dollars to 80 million US dollars, or potentially even higher. So according to our findings, Shatta Wale's catalog can be worth 10.5 million to 80 million US dollars and even higher. They estimated if his catalog generates a net annually royalties of 300,000 to 500,000 after distribution and expenses, applying a consecutive multiples of 12 times to 15 times would value the catalog between 3.6 million US dollars to 7.5 million US dollars. A more aggressive estimate give his stature as a what? Arguably Ghana's biggest artist. If his annual net royalties are closer to 700,000 US dollars to 1 million US dollars, and a buyer applies a premium multiple of 15 times or 18 times for a defining African artist, the value could reach 10.5 million US dollars to 18 million US dollars, or probably even high. Let's go. So the recent market contest on how artists' music catalog are being looked at before. The music rights in question market has been incredibly hot, with companies like Hypnosis, Primary Wave, and other paying huge sums for catalog of legacy artists. While the market cooled slightly in 2023, the demand for proven hit catalog from iconic artists remains strong. Shatta Wale could fit the profile of an artist who worked has enduring value. So in conclusion, this is what we had. It is highly unlikely that Shatta Wale's catalog is worth less than 5 million US dollars. In their interview, they said no Ghanaian artist catalog is worth even $3.5 million that Shatta Wale talked about. But here, this is what they had to say. It is highly unlikely that Shatta Wale's catalog is worth less than 5 million US dollars. A more probable and respectable valuation range based on his streaming numbers, hit songs, and ownership of his monster hit song would be 8 million to 50 million US dollars. This would place him in a similar bracket to other major African Afrobeats and dancehall stars who have built their career independently. For a true valuation, a potential buyer would need access to his full financial records to analyze the proceeds, revenue flow from each song, and revenue streams. You hear that? Shatta Wale's catalog is from 8 million to 50 million US dollars, and you sit there with no research and you talk like a babu. So before we end our video, we want to make a disclaimer that this is estimated based on publicly available data and industry standard valuation practices. The actual wealth is known only to Shatta Wale and his financial advisors. We say peace and subscribe to Free City TV for more.